It's been a weekend of new tariff twists that have set off a trade war and caused markets around the world to plunge. Well, tonight, President Trump, in a social media post, took new aim at China, claiming it, quote, treats the U.S. the worst. The president is also signaling he's ready to target the powerful computer chips inside smartphones. This just 2 days after exempting many electronics from his hefty import taxes. The abrupt about-face had Trump's top economic advisors today scrambling to explain the shifting strategy. The White House had insisted for weeks that no company or industry would be shielded from the tariffs. Tonight, new CBS News polling shows most Americans are opposed to the president's new tariffs on imported goods. Our poll also shows that 74% believe the wealthy will benefit most from trade and tariff policies. CBS's Willie James Inman is in West Palm Beach, Florida, where the president spent the weekend. Willie James.
Good evening to you, Jerika. Our new poll shows that Americans believe President Trump's tariffs will raise prices, but there's a political divide over whether or not they will bring back jobs from overseas.
This weekend, President Trump abruptly reversing course, exempting his most punishing tariffs on imported smartphones, computers, and most electronics. His administration now says that relief may only be temporary.
This is not like a permanent sort of exemption.
It's shifting from one bucket of tariffs to a different bucket of potential tariffs.
The president's tariff policies causing whiplash on Wall Street last week. In Los Angeles, Senator Bernie Sanders rallied thousands opposed to the president's policies. Today, Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren said Trump's economic agenda is not good policy.
Let's keep in mind, tariffs can be an important tool in the toolbox when used in targeted ways. But right now, what we've got is chaos and corruption.
Our new poll showing most Republicans say Trump's tariff plan will eventually add jobs to the economy. Most Democrats say jobs will be lost. The poll also shows 75% of Americans believe the tariffs will lead to higher prices in the near future. 48% say tariffs will cause prices to increase in the long term, while 30% say prices will eventually go down. Business owner Paul Cortez in West Palm Beach, Florida, says he's concerned.
Unfortunately, I do have to pass it on. In many cases, I deal with people who are import from China where I get the pots from, and they're already passing the cost on to me.
George Small supports the president's plan.
I totally understand it, and it will help in the long run. It's going to be short-term pain for long-term gain. That's the deal.
The White House says 130 nations have reached out to negotiate new trade deals, but there's one world leader who is not calling. That is President Xi of China, as the U.S. and China are engaged in a standoff over which economic superpower will blink first. Jerika.
Willie James, switching gears on a story we've been following. The Trump administration still has not told a federal judge what it is doing to bring home the Maryland man mistakenly deported to a prison in El Salvador. What's the latest with that?
Yeah, that's right. Today, the administration said there's no updates on bringing back Kilmar Obrego Garcia. In fact, this afternoon, the Department of Justice said in a court filing that the courts cannot compel the federal government to interfere in foreign relations and extract him. President Trump is expected to meet with the president of El Salvador tomorrow. But meanwhile, late last night, 10 alleged gang members were deported to El Salvador. Jerika.
Willie James Inman in West Palm Beach, Florida. Thank you.